Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that affects every single one of us, psychology. Whether you're curious about why people behave the way they do, how we learn and remember things, or how mental health works, psychology has the answers. Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. It blends biology, philosophy, and social science to help us understand both individuals and groups. Let's take a quick journey through its history, major perspectives, and how it impacts our everyday lives. Psychology as a formal science is relatively new, but questions about the mind go back thousands of years. The roots of psychology lie in philosophy. Ancient Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle debated the nature of the mind and how we gain knowledge. Fast forward to the late 1800s, and psychology began to separate from philosophy. Wilhelm Wundt in Germany opened the first psychology lab in 1879. This moment is often called the birth of modern psychology. Around the same time, William James in the US was developing functionalism, an approach focused on how mental processes help people adapt to their environments. Over the 20th century, several major schools of thought emerged. Psychoanalysis, founded by Sigmund Freud, emphasized the unconscious mind and childhood experiences. Behaviorism, led by John B. Watson and B. F. Skinner, focused only on observable behavior, ignoring the mind altogether. Humanistic psychology, with thinkers like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, brought back the idea of personal growth and free will. Cognitive psychology emerged in the 1950s, emphasizing internal mental processes like memory, decision-making, and problem-solving. Today, psychology is incredibly diverse, blending these older ideas with cutting-edge research from neuroscience and data science. Psychology isn't just one thing, it includes many subfields. Here are a few important ones. Clinical psychology focuses on diagnosing and treating mental illness, emotional disorders, and behavioral problems. Cognitive psychology studies how we think, learn, remember, and solve problems. Developmental psychology explores how people grow and change from birth to old age. Social psychology investigates how we influence and are influenced by others. Biopsychology, or neuroscience, looks at how the brain and nervous system affect behavior and mental processes. Industrial organizational psychology applies psychological principles to the workplace to improve productivity and employee well-being. Each of these areas uses rigorous scientific methods, including experiments, surveys, and brain imaging, to understand human behavior. So, why does psychology matter in everyday life? Mental health. Psychological therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, help millions of people cope with anxiety, depression, and trauma. Education. Understanding how students learn helps teachers develop better teaching strategies. Workplace productivity. Psychologists help organizations design better work environments and manage teams more effectively. Marketing. Advertisers use psychological principles to understand consumer behavior and influence decision-making. Law and criminal justice. Forensic psychologists evaluate suspects, help solve crimes, and provide expert testimony in court. Even our daily decisions, like why we procrastinate, how we form habits, or how we manage stress, can be better understood through psychology. Psychology is more than just a subject in school. It's a lens for understanding human nature. By studying how we think, feel, and behave, we can improve mental health, strengthen relationships, and make smarter choices. Whether you're interested in becoming a psychologist or just want to understand yourself and others better, psychology offers powerful tools for growth and insight. Thanks for joining me today. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and remember, understanding the mind is the first step to changing the world.